In Minneapolis, Minnesota, a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE agent fatally shot a woman inside her vehicle on Wednesday morning, igniting outrage across the city and intensifying nationwide debate over federal immigration enforcement and use of force. What happened? Key facts. At around 9:30 a.m. on January 7, 2026, federal ICE agents were conducting a large immigration enforcement operation in a residential neighborhood in South Minneapolis. During the operation, an unnamed ICE agent fired multiple shots at a woman seated in her car, striking her in the head. She was rushed to a hospital, but later pronounced dead. Victim identified. Who she was? The woman has been identified as 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good, a U.S. citizen, mother, writer, and poet who had recently moved to Minneapolis with her partner. Good was known by family and friends as compassionate and caring, not someone prone to confrontation or violence. Her mother described her as an amazing human being, and local officials noted she was a resident and observer of the enforcement operation, not a target of an immigration arrest. The shooting, video and witness accounts. Social media videos and eyewitness accounts from the scene show Good in her SUV blocking the roadway as federal agents approached. In some footage, agents are seen trying to open her car door as she attempts to move the vehicle. When the vehicle begins to drive off slowly, an ICE agent fires at least 3 shots at close range. Witnesses told local media that the woman posed no threat and was not trying to harm officers when she was hit. Federal claims versus local officials' response. Federal authorities, including the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, stated that the agent fired because the woman attempted to weaponize her vehicle and tried to run over law enforcement officers. A claim the DHS spokesperson even labeled as domestic terrorism. President Donald Trump echoed that view, saying the officer seems to have shot her in self-defense, tweeting that she was disorderly and obstructing officers. But local leaders have flatly rejected that narrative. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey said the administration's claim that the shooting was self-defense is garbage and directly contradicted by video evidence he has seen. He even told ICE to get the F out of Minneapolis amid rising tensions. Minnesota's governor and city council members also condemned the use of lethal force against a civilian who was not under arrest and posed no clear danger. Investigation underway. Multiple agencies, including the FBI and the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, have launched investigations into the shooting to determine the exact sequence of events, the officers' actions, and whether department protocols were followed. As authorities continue their work, community activists and civil rights groups are demanding transparency, accountability, and answers about why deadly force was used. Community impact, protest, and response. After the shooting, hundreds of mourners and protesters gathered near the scene, many holding vigils for Good and expressing anger at the federal enforcement presence. Some demonstrations have included chants against ICE and calls for an end to the agency's operations in the city. Some community leaders and council members have characterized the incident as unjustified and symbolic of deeper issues with federal immigration crackdowns. Context: immigration crackdown in Minneapolis. This incident occurred amid what DHS described as one of the largest immigration enforcement operations ever in Minnesota, involving roughly 2,000 federal officers deployed in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, part of a broader effort by the federal administration to crack down on alleged immigration fraud and illegal residency. Minneapolis has long been a flashpoint for police use of force controversies, and this fatal encounter has only heightened this.